success compounds and failure also compounds. So if you think about it, the compound effect of somebody who has financial success, right? Let's just talk about that for a sec. So you got somebody who has $10, you got $10 and you put it into a mutual fund. Like you put it into the stock market at a X interest rate. And then you take someone who has $10 million and they put their money in the same mutual fund, the same interest rate at the same time as you. In 10 years, how much are they going to have versus how much you're going to have? If you don't add one single more dollar, they are going to, if you do the math on it, they're going to come up tremendously, and it's going to be proportional to what you have versus they have. So if you left your $10 in a mutual fund for 10 years, let's say you make, just throwing a number out there, you make double. So you make $20, right? They made double as well, and they made they made another $8 million, or $10 million rather. And so now they have $20 million, and now you have $20. Okay, is your $10 investment gonna get you anywhere in life? No, because you're only gonna have 10 more dollars, right? Is their $10 million investment going to get them further along in life? Yes, absolutely. They're gonna have 10 million more dollars. That's a substantial amount. But what happened? They literally put their money in the same mutual fund at the same time as you, at the same interest rate and all that, right? Let's say, now let's put that into the fitness perspective and the losing weight perspective, right? I have a lean body mass already. I have, a good amount of muscle mass going on. I'm strong. I've strengthened myself over a 13-year period. I've built a good base, and I'm physically fit. And then you take someone who is not physically fit at all, and they're just starting out, right? Just starting out. They haven't even run 2 miles in the past 10 years, right? And we put myself and that person on a treadmill for 1 hour, right? How far can they go in an hour, in 1 hour? So let's say they're starting off and they're very winded at the 3.5 mile an hour mark on the treadmill, setting it to 3.5 miles per hour on the treadmill. All right, cool. Well, I set mine to 8.5 and I'm cruising. Like my heart rate's like 135, 140. I can easily maintain it. It's definitely going to be a little bit of work, but I can do it. All right, so you put me on the treadmill and them on the treadmill for 1 hour, same workout, same gym, same climate, same everything. Who is going to burn more calories in that time frame? Me. Not the person who's doing 3.5, but me who's doing 8.5. Not only are my numbers on everything going to be higher, my calories are going to be higher. I'm going to be running at a faster pace, so my muscles are going to strengthen more because of it. I'm going to get much more distance covered. I'm going to cover 8.5. They're only going to cover 3.5. Like, that's just the differences, right? So that's what it equates to in the fitness world when we're talking about compound interest. So compound interest is the same across the board, whether it's finances, whether it's fitness, whether it's whatever you're thinking about, right? If I do my 8.5 every day for a year, after the year, I'm going to be so much better than I was starting the year, and I'm probably going to be able to cover 10 miles in 1 hour, right? Whereas the person doing the 3.5 is then going to jump up and they could maybe do like 5 in a year. So I'm doubling what I can, or I'm like, I'm percentage, I'm climbing up the ladder a percentage equal to what they are, but I'm just getting further and further and further ahead. Eventually, I'm going to be, fitness is different than math in that there are physical limits and it's harder for the physical body to change. But you get what I'm saying, right? Like, your compound interest on fitness stuff is relative to financial success, in that the more you can put in, the more reward you're going to get back in a given time frame. So why don't we capitalize on this compound interest effect, the compound effect? Why don't we want to capitalize on that? Why don't we want to get as physically fit as we can possibly get without hurting ourselves? Why don't we want to get as financially fit as we can possibly get without drowning ourselves? Why don't we want to, invest in ourselves, invest in our education, invest in our bank accounts, invest in the houses that we live in, and put less focus on what car we drive, what kind of clothes you wear? Who gives a shit about what kind of clothes you wear, dude? Like, no one gives a fuck, really. The only people who give a shit are the ones who are also wasting their money on cloth. It's like, there's perfectly good, low-cost vehicles out there that are good quality. There's perfectly good low-cost clothing out there. There's plenty of thrift shops and secondhand stores out there that have nearly brand new clothing that anyone can go and get for, like, you're gonna go and get a shirt, a t-shirt. Clothes prices are astronomical these days. You're gonna go get a t-shirt for $70, but you could go to a thrift shop, a Goodwill or something, and pick up the same Nike shirt that's been worn a few times for $2. This shit doesn't make sense to me. Like, so the only way that, and this is getting into a whole nother topic, just being thrifty, but like, and just planning better. It's like, in order to get fit, you see a lot of people out there just going to buy the most expensive fucking clothes they can buy, the shaker cups, the fucking buying steroids, the buying this and buying that, thinking it's going to help them, but it really isn't. Compound effect. Work out every day, and this goes back to some of my other videos where it's like, just be consistent. All you got to do is be consistent when it comes to saving. This is kind of like a money and muscle video, but like, you put a consistent 10% in savings, and you get up and you do a hour of working out a day, and that's like the equivalent of the same thing. Each month that you get paid, you're gonna put 10% in to your savings into a interest building account or whatever, and you're gonna save and then invest it into a house or something later on. Well, the same thing goes with your fitness as well, right? Like, you got to put 10% in if you're going to see any savings over a period of time, but you also need to do your fitness too. You got to work out every day in order to be in shape. In order to get that compound effect of fitness and physical health and strength, you have to sacrifice a certain amount of your 24-hour day to that. And it's really not a 24-hour day, because 8 to 10 hours most people are sleeping. So it's really a, from 7 o'clock in the morning until 8 o'clock at night, 9 o'clock at night thing. So in that, 12 to 16 hour time frame, you're going to have to use one of those hours to work out if you're going to be in shape. And if you're going to be in excellent shape, like in tip-top, nasty, ripped, shredded, everything condition, then you're really going to have to be dedicating like a little bit more time to that. I'm not going to put a number on it, because I've seen some people utilize 1 hour, and I try to do that myself, and utilize 1 hour as much as you could possibly get. And I'm perfectly set on that you could get in tremendous shape in 1 hour a day, but you really can't beat those people that are out there putting in 2-3 hours of work a day to go to the Olympics and shit. Like, you think you're gonna go to the Olympics putting in 1 hour a day? I'd be surprised to see it, but like, you will be able to achieve a excellent level of fitness off of 1 hour a day. So don't discount what an hour can do. What an hour can do if you utilize it correctly, and don't underestimate what $30,000 can do if you utilize it correctly. So all of those, a lot of people are like, oh man, if you don't have $100,000, you ain't shit. What can you actually buy? This and that. But like, you can really buy a lot of financial success with zero down. So it's just, how are you going to utilize your resources, and how are you going to utilize the universe to your advantage? But other than that, I don't really have anything else to say. I just kind of was out here after my run wanting to say something. So use the compound effect in every facet of life. Get some of that interest on your side, and that's it. I'm out.